Hello, everyone. This is Tasha Ganther, Inner Peace Counseling Service. We're here today to talk to you about what is your relationship with money. We started off this year really going into more relationship conversations about your relationship with yourself, and then we talked a little bit about relationship with people, and then we kind of geared into careers and challenges for careers, and from there we're moving over into now your relationship with money. The reason we wanted to have this conversation is specifically because um, from our previous conversation about careers, I think a lot of us struggle with how to maneuver from the challenges of moving from one career to another when we're not financially stable. So today, that's what we wanted to talk about. So again, this is Tasha, and
I'm Angela.
And Sherry Green.
so one of the key things we are going to start with, and there's a few things we're going to go through today about our relationship with money. All of us, I think, we all have had to go through different challenges with money, develop relationships differently with money. Most of us, I think, start off with a very negative or maladaptive, as we'll call, relationship with money, meaning that we didn't learn the proper tools and techniques that were necessary to maintain a healthy relationship with money. So, the end of this um, Facebook Live today, we want to really get to a place to show you how to redefine your relationship with money. But first, let's talk about the scripts, which financial analysts call the beliefs, and where your ideas about money originate from. And for most of us, it originates from our families. It originates from the people that raise us. And some of those people are not necessarily the best financial advisors because me growing up with a single mother for many years until my father joined us from the Caribbean to be a two-parent household, it was a very, very difficult struggle. And all I saw my mother do was borrow from Paul to pay Peter. So that developed a very, very negative belief in me that I can move money around, but moving money around without a plan is never a good thing because it'll eventually catch up to you. So we have all these scripts, as they would say, in our heads about money that kind of move and drive us. And for a lot of us, we don't know what those scripts are. We don't know what they look like. We just move and function because of what we were taught by others. You know, if your father was someone that was a financial breadwinner and your mom stayed at home, that might lead a script in your head that women are not necessarily going to be breadwinners or make a lot of money. And a lot of women would end up in relationships looking for a particular man who has more money because that's the belief. That was a script that was left in that person's head and their beliefs about money. For others, it's we have enough money so we can spend whenever we want. As long as we have it, let's just use it. So that you develop a very impulsive relationship with money that can lead you down a path of negativity. These are just examples. Sherry's going to talk a little bit about the deeper maladaptive traits we develop about money, but I really wanted to talk a little bit about those beliefs and just give examples that we've seen in our clients and folks that have come to us for help and struggle with getting their health together because they don't have enough money, struggle to get medications because they don't have enough money, and struggle to leaving their careers to better job opportunities because they're afraid that they won't have enough. So these are the real these behaviors come out of these scripts. And the scripts are those thoughts in the back of your head that lead to those specific beliefs. So we just want you guys to be aware that we all have them. Angela has them, I have them, Sherry has them. We all have specific scripts that lead us into believing certain things. My mother always worked two, sometimes three jobs, right? That necessarily didn't mean that we were financially stable. It just meant that she was borrowing from one hand to pay the other. So I had to learn to work more efficiently, to work and develop skills that allowed me to live a healthy life and have my bills paid and had my needs met. But one of the key things I wanted to make clear today for folks is money really represents time. If we really understand the gift of money, not the power of money, because that's a whole other conversation, but the gift of money, we're able to understand if we're financially stable and healthy with our relationship with money, we actually have more time to take care of ourselves, which is a key statement that we always talk about here as our mission statement at Inner Peace, to help people understand how to take care of themselves. That's a very, very important part of our mission statement. And Sherry's going to talk a little bit about more of the maladaptive relationships that we develop with money.
Right. And so what Tasha said, just to kind of reiterate that, was that we learn these maladaptive behavior patterns and relationship patterns with money because of things we observed or experienced as early as our early childhood. We learned how the grown-ups, the people in charge of the money, approach money and use money. And so there's a couple of more common maladaptive traits or behaviors that we witness a lot in our sessions with people. And one of them is the avoider. And this is a person who just has no respect or regard for the value of money or what they can use it for, because they won't look at it. It's too scary. It's intimidating, and so kind of like if you think about the three monkeys, I don't hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. If I don't see it, it isn't happening. And so that's really not a good way to approach your financial your relationship with your finances. The second one is the people who approach money as a burden. They have this relationship that money is a burden. It's a burden in times of lack. That means I'm worried and I'm fearful all the time that I'll not have enough money. I can't possibly have enough money. Or they get burdened by this idea of guilt. If I have a lot of money, I should feel ashamed of myself. I should feel bad because I have it and maybe someone else doesn't have it like I have it. Or they have this fear, if they do have it, this anxiety about I'll lose it.
Yes.
Right? I have to hoard it because I'll lose it. If I lose it, I don't know what will happen. That leads us to this other idea or relationship in terms of the impulsive or temptation-driven relationship pattern with money. And this relationship pattern is built on feeding that impulsivity. And some people struggle with impulsivity, and that's this feeling you feel that I can't tolerate any feelings that are uncomfortable. I can't sit with them. And so I have to get out and do something. And for some of us, that do something is buy something or purchase something or acquire something. And oftentimes people who kind of have this relationship with money are people who overindulge in lots of inappropriate things. And this can be a really dangerous relationship to have with money. It can get you into a lot of trouble.
Yes.
The last one is money as identity. And we came across this quote and I really like it. If relative success or failure with money defines who you are, you're in a toxic relationship with money. Money is not who you are. Money is something you have.
Yes.
Like a car or a house or an earring. It is just a thing. It is not who you are. And so people began to define themselves by virtue of what they can acquire with their money. If my house is big, then I'm successful, right? I'm a good person. I have value. If I wear the best clothing, then everyone outside of me will decide, oh, you look good, so you must be doing good.
Yeah.
And this is a really dangerous relationship also to be in with money. So money is not who you are. It simply is something that you have. So
it's a tool. And so one of the things to begin to do is look at what your relationship with money actually is. And so when you can stop and say, how do I spend it? What do I spend it on? How do I feel when I spend it? What happens when I have it? What happens when I don't have it? How does it motivate me? How does it cause me to think about my world and the people around me? And really look at how it affects your self-esteem, how you see yourself and your own personal value. And then once you kind of stop, kind of take stock of that and figure out, well, where did this come from? What were those things that influenced me? Was it the people around me, my caregivers, and how they spent money?
Yeah.
Was it growing up without money? So now it's all about acquiring money. Was it that I never know when we were going to have it? So as soon as I get it, I hold on to it. Just, really looking at that. Did I always see my parents just spending and spending and spending and not worrying about the bills and hiding from the bill collectors?
Yeah.
And did I think that was the normal way to be?
Or did your parents have an overabundance of money from your perspective as a kid? And so you're starting out and you think you have an overabundance of money. I only know how to live this one way.
Yeah.
Right.
And it could be that your family had healthy relationships with money, and that's where you start. But sometimes there are other factors that influence you, and it may be hard to stay in that place. So once you kind of understand your beliefs, then you got to stop and take stock of where you are with money. So that means sit down and look at your entire financial picture. Where is your money going?
Mhm.
What are you spending it on?
Mhm.
How much do you have? Do you have
Mhm.
enough?
Mhm.
And so once you kind of figure out what your picture is, then you got to create a plan for your money. And that plan simply means, okay, let me set a budget. Let me figure out what my goals and objectives are. Where am I trying to get to? What do I want to do with myself, and how can money help me in that way? And so once you create that plan, then you have to go back and forth and check on that plan
Mhm.
weekly. You got to look at your finances every week. Look at your budget, look at your money, look at all of those things. And then once you have taken stock of it, created your plan, then from there, you can start to make those small changes that line up with whatever your goals are.
Yes.
So if it really is, I want to save because there's things I need or
Mhm.
things I want even, then you check your spending. And when I leave the house, what's my spending goal for the day?
Mhm.
What am I able to do? What am I not able to do?
Mhm.
And that begins to put you on a much healthier path with money. If you feel like you don't make enough, then you have to stop and take stock. Okay, what do I need to make more money? Do I
Yeah.
need another job? Do I need a second job?
Yeah.
Do I need to curb my spending? Do I need to get some skills so that I can make money in a different way?
Mhm.
So those are the questions that you have to ask yourself, but you can't get past your financial, emotional issues until you deal with them. And so once you do that, you can end up in a healthier place. So again, here at Inner Peace Counseling Services, this is one of the things that we can help you do is look at your relationship with money. And if your relationship isn't healthy, then we can help you work on a plan to change it and be healthier in that way. Because financial wellness goes along with mental wellness
Mhm.
and physical wellness.
Absolutely.
So thank you, and we see you guys in 2 weeks.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.
All right.